Hi everybody, this is Bonnie and I'm back here with the Easter card where I said you could make envelopes. Now you can go out and you can buy envelopes that fit in these. You just have to go to your local Staples or something. But right now, under the circumstances of us all being quarantined, it might be better to create your own. I have come up with, well, one is using the punch board. The other is one that I've created and you don't need a punch board for. So if you don't have a punch board, you don't have to use this. You can still make an envelope. All right. So using the punch board, we're going to use a piece of paper that is 9 by 9. So a 9 by 9 piece of paper. I'll show you. This is a big, I mean, there's lots of room. This is using the punch. There's quite a bit there. There's quite a bit of, card. So where this one, there's less card. It's only 3.5 inches by 7. And this one, it's a whole nother inch. So it's 4 by 7. I personally like the one that I made myself more than the one that I'm going to show you on the punch board. And actually, I'm going to get a piece of cardstock that I don't like because I really like this piece of cardstock. And I think I would use this to send one of my cards. So I'm going to try to find a piece that, not that I don't like it, it's just that it's not going to matter to me. Card size. The card size that I have is 3. It's 3 by 7. So I have to find the 3 and then a 7 after it. And you have to go all the way up here. Well, there's 3.5 by 7 and then there's 3.5 by 7.5 because you can't go right by 7. So I went with the 9 by 9 because you need a little room. So maybe you could have done that one, but I'm not sure. You guys can try it if you have the punch board, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're at 9 by 9. So it says next to it, you have to use the 3.1/8 inch punch. Maybe I should try the next size down. Do you guys want me to? Let me try that one. Let me just cut this paper down and try that one. I just want to see if it's different. Why I got you guys right here. Let's see. I can't read. I should have brought my glasses in. This is 8 5/8. Okay, we got to open this back up. So 8 5/8 is the 2 tick marks after a half. So there's a half, 1, 2. Okay. So then we'll turn it again and we'll do 2 tick marks after a half. Right there. Alright. Let's see how this works. If it doesn't work, then it's the same process. All it is that you're going to use the 9 by 9 instead of the 8 by 8 or 8 by 5.1/8. So if this doesn't work and that you have to use the 9 by 9, then you have to start at 3.1/8 for your score line. But otherwise that, you just have to start at 3. So this one, it says we have to start at 3. So we're going to put this up underneath here. There's numbers across here, so we're going to use the number 3. So we got it lined right up there. And you're going to punch. And then you're going to put your finger right in, or your score pencil right in here. And you're going to score. And you're going to score as far as you can. Once it doesn't have a score line, it's okay because you'll meet up with it on the other end. Okay? That's the only number you ever have to remember because you don't have to remember a number now. Because now you're going to take this score line and you're going to line it up with this like little bubble mark, this little tick thing that's coming out here. You're lining that right up on that score mark. Make sure your paper's up tight. You're going to punch and you're going to score. Okay? Then we're going to line this one right up here. We're going to punch. And we're going to score. And score as far as you can. And then we're going to turn it all around again. and we're going to punch, and we're going to score. Okay, so now we have this really cute paper. I'm going to flip it over because I want to use the other side. I just felt like there was so much left over when I did it before. We're going to score on all our score marks, just like this. And then we'll score on this one coming in. Okay, so now, oh my goodness, I think this is going to work, people. So maybe I was just looking at the wrong number all the time. So now what you're going to do is, I don't like this long and it goes way up. So what I did was I just kind of eyeballed like there and over here, and I just like folded it down this way, folded it back, and I took my scissors and I cut right on that score line like that. So then now see, it just looks better. It looks more like an envelope to me. I like that better. So now I'm going to take liquid glue, and I'm just going to put, you don't need a lot. I mean, you could put, what do you call that tape? You could put Terran tape on here if you want. You could, you know, there's a lot of different things that you can use. And then you're just going to push this up there. And I push it down a few times. And then I go in here and just make sure, like, did any of my glue ooze out, anything come out? Because if it did, then you want to make sure that you got it out. I am sorry if you hear my kids in the background. I don't know, they're screaming loud and they're upstairs. I guess it's a good thing that they're being kids and having fun. But I am sorry if you hear them. So, and then I did the same thing here. I did not want that long flappy fold that hangs over, and I like it to end right about there. So I just folded it one way and I just eyeballed it. I mean, I'm not sure if eyeballing it is good because I do look like I'm off a little bit. So in this case, I might, let's see. Oh, it does. And it's actually still a little bit, it's still a little bit big, but man, it is not as big as this one. This is like swimming in it. So now if I put this card, it is 7.5 by 3 5/8. So, or 7/8. So it's still a little bit bigger than the one I made. You really can't go down any smaller. That's about the smallest that it will go down. But that's with the punch board. So those are your two choices. Now if you were going to do the bigger one that I did, because you want to do the 9 by 9, do the same thing. Your just start point is at 3 1/8. So up here on the top there would be a 3 1/8, and that's where you would start your first score mark and punch. And then you just do it the way I showed you in the video. So now let's do it with the one that I like. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut. I already have a piece of paper here cut. This is retired paper. Stampin' Up! Used to sell this. They don't sell it anymore. Other than this one here. This is still in the catalog. But these other ones that I'm just using, I'm just trying to use up some retired paper. So for this piece, you want it 9 by 8. Now, if you're got pattern like this, like you want the cupcakes specifically painting up or whatever, this is going to be my inside, so I'm not really 100% worried, but if some people are, you want to make sure that the 9-inch side is the ones that is going across this way. It's going across this way. And so you want this to be your 9-inch side for your pattern to go up and down. And then the other side is 8. So it's 9 by 8. So then what we're going to do is we are going to get our score. Camera view is the best I can. So on the 9-inch side, we are going to score at 7/8. So over here, it's the next long line past 1. So it's 7/8. Get your score mark, and you're going to score. Now, on the completely flip it right around, and go on this side and do your 7/8 again. Okay, so that was on the 9-inch side. So 9-inch was down here or up here, and we did 7/8 and 7/8. So now we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to go in and we're going to put it on 3 inches right here, and we're going to score. Then we're going to go up to, I have to open this up. No. This is now we're going to go up to 6.5. All the way up there. And we're going to score. So here are our pattern so far. And we can move this out of the way. And then down here in this corner, we are going to cut this off. And I like to cut it at a little bit of an angle and then up to the score line. So see, I just made, let me get that down a little bit. I made a little angle cut there. And then here I would just cut right off, and I'm going to cut it at an angle also. Right up to that point. So now I got like a little L angle. So, and then we're going to cut this off. So again, we're going to cut it at an angle, and then we're going to cut it up at the top. That one I didn't cut no angle, I just cut it straight. Now I can't do the other side the same with that hand, so I have to flip it over. Might be able to see it better. So I come over a couple inches, and I start cutting, and then I get right back on that score line, not inches, like centimeters, I should say. I just come over like, I don't know, 1/4 of a centimeter or so. And then the same thing with this one, I just kind of angle it in. So it looks like an angle. And actually I got like a funky cut there. So they're just angled in a little bit, kind of like an envelope. You don't have to do that. You can cut it straight up if you want. That's just something that I like to do. And I cut that. And then I cut that. So there is this part of our envelope. I got these little fancy dincy little things, and then this is coming up. This one actually has got more of an angle cut than this one. But anyways, then I'm going to bring in my corner punch. This is a 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to punch them here like that. Then we're going to score on all our score lines. So we're going to score here. Now with the Designer Series paper, you really don't need a bone folder for this. You just really, you can use your fingers to press these out. It's, you know, it'll work perfectly fine by using the, just using this. So then what we're going to do is you're going to pull this up, and we're going to put some glue. Is ready to go in, and this would come down, and you would put sealer across there, and there's your card. Now here, because this is really light and paper, you could write right on top of this and marker and send it or whatever, or you could go ahead and you could print out labels and put a pretty label on it. But this one is 3.5 by 7. Before I post, if I have time, if I can, I will try to look up if this would need a standard stamp size, or if it would need more online for you guys. So that's it. This is it. It's a 3-part video. I'm sorry I have to break it down, but this is my card, the Easter card with the envelopes, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.